Huh?
So it should be better today.
The
No, I got no
the
different headset from the
background of
last
the
time.
piano.
Yeah, I know my daughters. Hey, Alyssa. Hey, go in your room. Yeah, my God.
We live now.
Okay.
So if you could refresh your YouTube, that way you see the live. And that way you could like the video. You see it here?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, don't forget to like, go like on the video.
Yeah.
All righty.
It's not up yet. There you go.
All right, Pierre, you ready?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
I'm gonna start with my introduction.
Hold
I
on.
am Savon Smith, founder of Savon's Academy Stars basketball program, which is in Royal Palm Beach. It's a basketball program I started in 2009, and I started it with 6 players, and I named this organization Founding Players. It's named after those players. I wanted to, give them a lot of credit for being the foundation players of my basketball program that I built with the city of Royal Palm Beach and West Palm Beach. Now, Founding Players, I wanted it to serve as an organization to teach financial literacy because, if these basketball players are able to go through college and make it to the next level as professionals, I wanted them to be able to manage their money. But outside of just them, I wanted to reach out to, just people in general, and just have them be the foundation, of the program. So long story short, we're here to help everyone, not just our players, not just our founding players, but everyone who's willing to learn about financial literacy. And even us ourselves, we are learning along the way as well. So welcome to those who's listening. We're going to share our information with you. And if you have information to share with us, you can do so as well in our chat. All right, go ahead, Pierre.
All right. My name is Pierre Abraham. I am my current FedEx employee. I've been FedEx for 13 years, career for a long time. And then 3 weeks ago, I took the opportunity to become an investor and stock investor. So far, it's been quite a good journey. And then I just can't wait for the long term journey to be very successful for me and for the kids.
Before we came
All
live,
right.
I said, I was going to let you run over how your stock's been doing since you got in. I know you did that
Mhm.
on our last live. But I wanted to hear it again, to see if you made any improvements. But we're going to hold off a little bit, and I'm going to jump into some stocks first. That way we can start off in a way where I'm introducing stocks that I've been into, when I got in and what these stocks are doing now, and then after that, we'll let us know how your stocks are doing, being that you just got started. All right. So first stock I'm going to talk about, and Alan, if you're out there, I'm going to get to some of the stocks that I have in my portfolio that I was telling you about earlier that I'll share after I share these stocks. All right, so I'm going to start with, as a matter of fact, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to start with Canon. Canon. I'm going to talk about Canon, and I'm talk about Marathon Patent, and I'm going to talk about Future FinTech, as well as some of the new plays, CNET, BT, A, and TE, but more so CNET. Just bear with me. Let me share my screen. Okay, my screen is now shared. Okay, don't want that one yet. Don't want that one yet. All right, it's going to be a little bit all over the place, but bear with me here. All righty. Good. Okay, so before I start to share, let me read this disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for entertainment and education purposes only. This video is not financial advice. You can lose money investing into the stock market. You are liable for any losses that you incur from investing in the stock market. I shall not be held liable for any losses you may incur while investing or trading on the stock market. Contact a licensed financial professional in your area for professional advice. Okay, so now going to share, I'll start with Marathon Patent. Now, I'll break down to you guys, what I did and found Marathon Patent and they changed it to Marathon Digital, as you can see on your screen. Okay, so what I did was I went into Robinhood after learning about blockchain technology. I typed blockchain into my Robinhood and it listed a number of stocks that had to do with the blockchain technology. So Marathon Patent was one of the ones that I chose to research. Once I researched Marathon Patent, because just looking for them in Robinhood is not enough for you to just go ahead and say, okay, let me invest in this company. You have to do your research and you have to understand what you're investing in, because not all of the companies listed are going to be, worth it to invest in. So you have to at least, check their financials. You have to check the news. You have to check, you got to check what this company is really about. So what I did was I checked out Marathon Patent, and I realized that Marathon Patent was not just Bitcoin, it was cryptocurrencies, so meaning more than one. So I figure, okay, Marathon Patent is a company, is a mining company that's pretty much going to grow at a slower pace in comparison to, say, Riot, 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 which is a Bitcoin mining, company. So Bitcoin is the most popular crypto, as most people know. It's number one. Ethereum is number two. So with the popularity of Bitcoin, a company like Marathon Patent is going to grow a lot more than Marathon Patent. So when I researched and saw Riot and Marathon, there was a price difference. So I believe Marathon Patent was $4 or $5 a share. Mara that you see on your screen was under $2 a share. So I did my homework and I said, okay, Riot is more rolling with Bitcoin. So I figure more or less the day traders are really using Marathon Patent a lot. So I was very careful to go into Marathon Patent because it was the most popular, especially on Robinhood. So I figured it would be the most popular with day traders as well. So I like flying under the radar. So I looked a lot more into Marathon Patent. So I didn't get many shares of Riot, but I wanted Marathon Patent because I figured that it had, a greater upside, even though Riot, it's still above. I didn't want to risk that much because it's a more risky stock, at the time. And it still may be, a lot more risky than Marathon Patent. So I decided to go with Marathon. Now, when I went with Marathon, I didn't buy a whole lot of shares, but I was watching it, because I was using my inexperience to buy a little bit of shares. So, because I didn't want to go into it just losing. So I started with a small amount, maybe 5 shares. I don't quite remember, but let's just say I started with 5. I just was watching it to see how this 5 shares was, operating. So I began to add more shares. The more and more I see, okay, this price is kind of like staying right here, and I like how it's moving. So I would probably add another 5 shares, and I just was doing it like that, little by little. With the responsibilities that we all have, sometimes we don't have all this money to just throw into a stock, even though it's a cheaper stock. So imagine buying Tesla at $400 a share, and here I am with a stock under $2, really being careful still, because still don't want to just throw money away, so I kept adding to it. So then I started looking into Canon, which I'll bring up on the screen as well eventually. Then I started looking into FTFT. Now, how did I find FTFT? Not quite so much on the blockchain technology, but on the fintech. So there's a couple companies that's listed on the blockchain, and there's a couple of companies that's listed on the fintech, and a few of them is listed on the both. You know, so if you go into your Robinhood, you'll be able to see that. And I got into these stocks early. You could still get into these stocks. As you see on my screen, you see Marathon Digital, they're at $42 a share. And I got in under $2. And I'm gonna bring it up so you can see the number of shares that I bought. And it's not much. And believe me, I'm kicking myself in the foot because it's not much right now that I bought. And imagine if I did buy a lot of this in Robinhood. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm kicking myself, but I'm still happy enough to know that I have a good amount of shares. So here it is right here in front of your screen. So this is Marathon. So if you look, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more and just giving you guys an idea that's paying attention out there. Make sure you could see it. Okay, so as I told you right here, I bought it under $2, and I started with maybe 5, got it to 10. And I think when it got to about 20, let's see, 20. No, when it got to 40 shares, I stopped. And I began to spread out and buy other things as well. So I got this to about 40 shares, and then I stopped. At that point, I believe I was still under $2. When I decided to buy my extra 41 shares, it jumped from under $2 to averaging up to 260. Because once I realized the stock started moving, I said, no way, you ain't leaving me. I only got 40 shares. Hey, give me 41 more shares at a higher price. But at the under 2, I had 40 shares. But again, I could have had 200 shares of this stock. And what I did was, I was speaking to Alan early about it. I was pulling out, money out of stocks and spreading it on different stocks, whereas I was being too patient with Marathon patent, too patient, thinking just because, cryptocurrency is not really here yet, it's growing, but I was thinking I had time to get my 2,000 shares, so when I started seeing, hey man, you're running out of time here. So I hurried up and started putting a little bit more. So I got the extra 41 shares. So if you look at the numbers here, 41 shares at average 286. So just figure I bought it at 286 and it went to $42 from 286, 81 shares. So there's the value of the stock with just 81 shares, 3,400, or let's just say 3,005. We'll do round off figures, 3,005. Now you see daily return, not going to get into that, but total return. So you figure I made profit of 3,000, call it 200. So basically you could say I invested $200 in the stock, call it 250. So think about that. I invested $250 into this stock and it turned into 3,200 from investing it turned into 3,000, a total of 3,500. And I invested $200, pretty much, call it 250. I mean, that's pretty good. And that's just one. And I have many stocks like this. I have many stocks with 400 shares, 500 shares, 200 shares. But I'm mad because this one I never got it to. I wanted to get it to at least 500 or even 200. And I wasn't able to because it was moving so fast. And I didn't want to buy any more after buying my 41 shares. I really didn't want to buy no more at a higher price because I felt like I can get into a lower play. I didn't want to keep buying this for $20, so what I did was I went to my Wells Fargo brokerage account, retirement account, and I began to buy this at a higher price. So even though I have 81 shares here at 286, I figure, okay, Bitcoin is still growing, still got a lot of upside. We're not shopping in Bitcoin. We're not going to the stores like we do with money, paper money. We're not doing that with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency just yet. So I figure I wanted people to see where I bought it at the low. And even though I only have 81 shares here, I'm a firm believer that I can still buy this stock in my brokerage account. So I began to do that. So a lot of the stocks that I bought here at a lower cost, I still buy them in my brokerage retirement account, because you're talking about years from now, it will be like Google all over again. If we're not spending in cryptocurrency now, what do you think is going to happen when we are spending in cryptocurrency? So by no means am I finished buying these stocks. These are just examples to share with people so people can understand every little bit helps. You have $1, you can invest it. You got $2, you can invest it. This stock was under $2 when I bought it. You could have bought 5 shares like I did. So going forward, these opportunities are always here, which is why I'm going over this stock like this. Okay, so I hope I explained that very well for anyone that's paying attention, because I think this is a good example to show people out there that, look, you don't have to have a lot of money to be able to make money, make good investments. $3,000, listen, that could be 2 months of rent for someone, or that could be a mortgage, for a month. And I put $250 in that to turn that into that, over a short period of time too. And it seemed long because when a stock has potential to go up at any time, you are kind of like, hey, go up already. What are you waiting for? Go up already. But I have a lot of patience, so even though I was thinking, hey, go up already, I still was very patient. The thoughts just in my head, but I had to use my brain, not just my mind. My mind is like, hey, go up already. And my brain is like, hey, you know what you need to do. And my brain is also telling me, hey, don't put all your eggs in one basket. You know how to go and get other companies as well. Because I give an example. I could have 1,000 shares in this, but I tell you what I did. Okay, let's say I had 1,000 shares in this and I made 100 grand from just all my eggs in this one basket. I could literally put $200 in 5 stocks and do the same thing, meaning I can get 2,000 shares in 5 stocks and do the same thing, if that makes sense, which it should. I don't have to put 1,000 shares in Mara. I could put 2,000. I could put 200 here, and I could put 200 in Canon, and I could put 200 in FT, and I could put 200 in EBON, and so on and so on. And if all those stocks grow like that, I pretty much have the same amount. Or if one does way better than, I'm in all of them. So the opportunity is there for me. I might be green on 4 and red on 1, but I'm balanced. I might be green on 3, red on 2. There's opportunities everywhere. But if I'm red in just Mara, then I'm sitting there just looking at Mara. So it's best to diverse, which is what I started thinking about as well, which is a reason why I didn't have 2,000 shares of this. And I'm still kicking myself, of course, but at least I have my 81 shares just in Robinhood. Now I'm buying at a higher price in Wells Fargo, which is still okay. Because I'll tell you what I do. If it's $42 right now, I'm still buying. So what I'll do is, okay, let me buy one share in my Wells Fargo. So I'll spend the $42.34 and buy one more share. So maybe the next week I'll do the same thing. Maybe it goes down to $35. I do the same thing. I buy at a discount. So I get the average down. So the following week, which is the third week, let's say it goes to $49. I buy one more share. And guess what? I still kind of average up a little bit, but that's cool because I'm putting money in. It's better than the bank. If it goes to $60, I'm doing the same thing. I'm buying one share, but I keep on spending. So if you keep doing this every month, money is adding up and you're constantly gaining, even when your money is taking a dip. As long as it keeps on riding up, when it goes down, you're creating a higher high and a higher low. So that's the way I kind of look at it. And that's what I do with my retirement account is I buy stocks that's doing something. And it makes sense. As I mentioned before, blockchain technology, it's a new tech. It's no different than when the dot-com era came to be and lots of people didn't believe in it. There was a lot of skeptics and it's happening all over again. So just pay attention to what's happening around you. Again, I'm no financial advisor, but just pay full attention to what's happening. It's a no-brainer. All right, so that's Mara. All right, we'll talk about FTFT. So here you see FTFT. I was able, let me bring it up a little bit. Sorry, bring it up. I want people to see it nice and clear. All right, so FTFT right now is at $6.11. But you see, again, I was able to buy this under $2 and it averaged up to $2.19. And I have 330 shares of this stock. Again, these stocks I buy again in my Wells Fargo brokerage account for retirement. Now, this is not for retirement, not my stocks in Robinhood. They're not. So 330, value 2,000, return. So pretty much call it, I put $700 into this stock. So now it's definitely a slower growth stock than the other ones, and I have the most shares in it than the other one. So the other one, I had them all at the same time. So if they were the same price, because I'm telling you, they were under $2. The one that I showed you just now, Mara, it was the same thing, under $2. I found them all at the same time. So how did I get this to 330 and not the other one to 330 or in the threes? As I tell you, because I was hoping to do that, but I just didn't accomplish that because a lot of times there's too many stocks to invest in. And when you're trying to figure out, let me spread my money around, you can miss something, but it's all lesson learned. So right now I'm learning how to spread it around, because what I know now, I have 330 FTFT. I might have gotten 200 FTFT and put 130 on Mara. So instead of having the 81, I would have at least 150 or 100 and almost $200 in both. So, if I knew what I know now, that's what would have happened, but it is what it is. This is how you learn. But I'm very excited because across the board, I might have missed putting a lot more shares into Mara, but I'm still happy to know that I put a lot more shares, like 330, into quite a few stocks. So I'm excited for my mistake that I made, but I'm not making those mistakes anymore, and I'm going to make new mistakes and learn from them because you always learn from your mistakes. So again, you see it right here with your own eyes. So just imagine It's not doing at 611, it's not doing what Marathon Patent is doing, and it's not doing what Riot is doing. Riot, I believe, is over 60 bucks. And you just saw Mara, it's over 42, it's over $40. And this is where still at $6. And let me explain why it's still at $6 and not quite like the other ones yet. Because we're not spending in cryptocurrency, yes. And this is basically, call it the Google of crypto. So remember when Amazon started with books? I think me and Alan spoke about that yesterday. Well, not to equal it to Amazon, but just you're gonna be buying stuff online. They're gonna have a lot to do with that. Right now, we're not spending in crypto, so I'm gonna be patient with this. And you see this 330 right here? It's still $6. I'm buying it in my Wells Fargo account. It's a great opportunity for me to buy a hell of a lot of shares at $6.11. And as a matter of fact, I've been buying it at $4 in my Wells Fargo account. So every day, every other day or so, I'm buying stocks all over the place. Every other day or so. I just spoke to Alan the other day, and I was saying, you know what? I'm not buying anything until probably Monday or Tuesday. You know, just to give myself a little break to where, you know, I'll be able to buy in bulk, because we're on some OTC stocks right now, and they charge some fees. And let's just say the fees are $34 for me to buy in early on some stocks that a lot of people may not know about. And I want to get in early. We're getting in early in these OTC stocks, and they're charging like $34 fees, you know, and it doesn't make sense for me to buy 300 shares and then pay $34 and then go back and buy another 300 shares and then pay $34 and then go back and buy another 300 shares and pay $34. Now that's 900 shares. Now, maybe I'll do that if I have to, but I think if I can break it down into, let me hold on a little bit and buy it when I have like $500 to put in there, and now I'll get like 300 shares, and I'll pay the $134 fee instead of paying like 3 fees to buy it a bunch of times. But then again, I have to also think it might be well worth it to pay the fee 3 times, because at least I can get in that 300 shares, pay the fee if it ever takes off, because I don't know when it's going to take off. So it may take off with $300 shares, and I paid the $34 fee. And then I may say, you know what? I still have an opportunity to get 600 shares, so I get another 3, and I pay the other 34. So it's all up to you. You know, me personally, yeah, I feel I can take a break sometimes if I'm feeling like, all right, this stock's not about to move yet. So I could be wrong, but it's a chance I'm willing to take just to save $34. Or if I see some good news, I may say, you know what? I'm gonna pay $34 3 times, because I'm not missing it. I'm getting this thing up to 900 shares over the next couple of days. So it all depends. So I hope I'm breaking it down pretty good for whoever is paying attention and listening. All right. So now I just showed you 2 stocks. One is still low to buy at 611. One is high, you know, and both of them still have crazy growth, even though one is higher than the other. They both still have crazy growth. So I ain't reached nowhere yet. So now I'm going to go and show Canon. So let me find Canon. Okay, so here's Canon. So Canon, oh, let me bring it up, sorry. Okay, so here's Canon. All right, Canon is now trading at $37. I have 200 shares. So there it is, like I was telling you guys. You know, maybe it's a good idea to average out to about 200 shares on great stocks. And if you could have 5 of them and they all total 1,000 shares, you know, that's a good amount of shares that you have out there in some companies that is going to do well, you know. And again, I have quite a few stocks with 200 plus shares, because that's my goal, is to live and learn. Once I got 80, once I had 41 shares and I jumped and put it, I mean 40 shares and I jumped and put another 41 in Marathon Patent, I was like, never again will I make that type of mistake again. So I started averaging 200 and up, you know, in the stocks that I really feel good about. All right, so if you look here, 200 shares averaged out to 385. Again, I started buying this under $2. So averaged out to 385 by the time I bought the rest of my shares. So it shows you right here, my return, 6,700, and my value, 7,500. You know, so you go figure, I invested $800 in the stock, just round it, you know, just say I invested $800 and it turned into that. You know, so hold on. And that's 200 shares, and it went from average of 385 to $37.41. And my value is 7,500. So I invested under $1,000 and it turned into that, just because of research. You know, it's like doing your homework and making sure you're investing in something that you believe in. You know, I come out of the blockchain for a second, and I'll talk about airlines. I started out investing in, let's say, JetBlue, Southwest Airline, and American Airline. And that's when they dipped. I waited for them to go all the way down because nobody wasn't traveling. And then I figured, you know what? Let me hold these things. You know, they were low. I waited till they got down to like $8. I believe Southwest Airline got down to maybe 20 something dollars, because Southwest Airline is a very good airline. That's one of the best. They manage their money very, very well. So I don't think they got too low, you know. So, but I still bought into them. So I remember, I'm Jamaican, by the way. So I remember when Jamaica opened their border. I believe it was Caribbean Cruise. They had people out there that was on that ship for a long time when COVID hit. And finally, they were able to bring them to shore in Jamaica. So once I found out that news, I started saying, okay, I'm going to buy them. And I believe I bought them. They were 30 something dollars. And then they went to 70 something, $75, I believe. So I bought that. And then I bought American Airline, because when Jamaica opened their border, they stated that only Southwest Airline and American Airline was allowed to bring people. So that was a no-brainer for me. You telling me that, you telling me you're giving me money. So I invested in Southwest Airline and American Airline, since those are the two airlines that you're telling me is gonna be, everybody's in the house, they wanna get out, and this is an opportunity to get on a plane and go do something. No. So American Airline was like $8. I think it went to $30 from $8. So you best believe I invested, you know? So you gotta pay attention to what's happening around you. You gotta listen to the news. Some news are garbage and some news are really news. You know, you just gotta decipher it yourself. You gotta figure it out. In this case, that's real news. When you're telling me you're opening the border, that's real news, you know? So that's how I pay attention. You know, I listen and I learn and I jump on things before a lot of people know about it. And that's the best way to invest, is to get the information before it's advertised, because the advertisement is helping you. So what do you think is going to happen to these stocks that I hold? when people start learning about them. I had Mara, Canon, and FTFT before a lot of people knew about it, before a lot of people knew how to research. So what do you think is going to happen with these stocks? And even though I don't have a lot of shares, and I say because some people might buy 1,000 shares later on, but it's at a higher price. So while they're buying at a higher price and I got in way low, my little 81 shares, somebody could have 300 shares and I still will profit more than them. So you get in early by doing your research. You get with a group like we have a group. I know I'm the only one speaking right now, but guess what? When Alan is here, Alan, he can tell us a lot, and I'll be that one listening. There's a time and place for everyone. Sometimes you're the leader, sometimes you're the one that's sitting back and listening. Right now I'm sharing, and Pierre is new, and one day Pierre will be the one speaking, because of the experience that he's going to gain, and I'll be the one listening. And I'm sure a lot of people is learning a lot from even what I'm saying right now. This is actually how I learned, from listening to my coach speak, and he used to say some of the same things over and over and over, and I was able to listen and learn. So he's very important in my life. I don't speak to him every day, but you'll be surprised how people that you don't see all the time can still drive you because they meant so much to you. So that's important for me to say that, because sometimes people don't listen well, and I know that I'm one listen well. Sometimes people say, oh, that person talks, but sometimes you got to listen. So that's key to success. And again, this is only an example I'm giving you of some of my stocks. All right, so now I'm going to go back in time. No, I'm not going to go back in time. I'm going to go forward. Sorry. I'm going to go forward, so you can kind of go back in time and look forward, if that makes sense. All right, so this is where I'm going. New stock. It reminds me of Mara, Canon, and FTFT. All right, CNET, $2.80. Okay. 52-week high right here, $6.19. So it was once $6.19, and it dropped down to $2.80, and it went as low as $2.39. So that's the low, and that's the high. That's as high as it went, and that's as low as it went. So when stocks grow, and as Bitcoin is going up and down, when these mining companies grow, let's just say a week from today, it goes to $8. That would be the 52-week high of $8. So it would beat its old high of $6.19. So what happens when it jumps to 8 at that new high? It's going to come back down. That's the way the stock market works. It's going to come back down. So when it comes back down, most likely it forms a new lower high. And what does that mean? It's going to be low from the 8, probably to the 4 instead of the 2. But it'll be low because it went from 8 down to 4. So it's a new lower high. And that's what the stock market really does. Now, is it possible that it can go $8 and drop down to $1, which is a new lower low? Yes, it can. It really can. But we're not going to be that negative. But if a company is not a good company, then it could be like that. Or it could really be something happen, like let's use vaccine company, for instance. Let's just use Moderna, because lots of people should know about that by now. So let's just say Moderna's old high was old low was $2, and they high was 6, using Moderna as example, vaccine company, because we all can relate. So Moderna goes to $8. Then they say something about in trials, Moderna's vaccine puffed up the dog's face. And people listen to that, and Moderna stock go from $8 because the dog got puffy face to $1. That's a new low. And then people start criticizing Moderna's vaccine and, oh, we're not taking that, and oh, they're not going to force me to take no vaccine, and it goes to 50 cents. So now people begin to run. And then Moderna comes out with some, I mean, for a month, you don't hear nothing from Moderna. For about a month, and you're sitting there, you're like, oh, let me go to Pfizer, let me go to some other vaccine company. But you got to pay attention to the negative news to drive down the stock. So now Moderna starts coming back, but because people run out of it, they don't have those gains. They ran, and you got to be careful with stuff like that. You know, sometimes there's negative news out there to drive the stocks way down because you can make money going up and you can make money coming down. So keep that in mind. So some of these news that we're hearing, don't always buy it. Don't always buy what you hear. You know, you have to make sense of it for yourself. So how do you do that? I use Moderna for example. No matter what they said about Moderna, what I realized was they have the new technology that has to do with creating the vaccine. While people are running around criticizing, that's the only chance we have of this speed, as Trump said, Operation Warp Speed. There's nothing else out there that was going to speed up the process. And we needed this vaccine. Ain't nothing out there speeding it up. And Moderna had the recipe for it. So no matter what negativity they were saying, unless Moderna company died, it wasn't going to go away. So that's what I did. I've used my brain, not my mind. I mean, I use my mind, my brain, sorry. I use my brain, not my mind, which many people use their mind, not their brain. So the negative news is not going to fool me because I already know that they have the recipe. That was a rhyme. It wasn't going to fool me because they had the recipe. So that's how you can kind of like do your research, do your homework, and kind of figure out, you know what, this news is negative, but let me find out the information. Like, let me go deep and figure this thing out. And I went deep and figured it out. I went deep and figured it out. And nobody couldn't fool me on no Moderna. And you know when they really couldn't fool me? When a lot of other companies that was, oh, no, it takes years and we're not going to do that and we're not that. And their stock began to drop or their company was going to go away. So you could be like a big name company and you could still die. Because why? The new company, Moderna, going to knock you off. Google knocked off a couple of people. So if these popular vaccine or biotech companies weren't going to adopt to Moderna's system that they're using, guess what was going to happen to them? You're not up to the time. You're about to go away like Blockbuster. I began to figure all that out. You're about to disappear. So you got a name right now, bye-bye. Just like Amazon right now. What if some other company came about and Amazon don't make the change to whatever is happening? They gone too. So no matter how good you are, you got to be worrying about somebody coming and being greater than you. Mike Tyson lost. Whoever is on top loses. I'm part of sports. The number one team could lose to the number 100 team. You know, so I pay attention. I definitely pay attention. I'm so glad for sports because sports certainly taught me how to maneuver through life. Sports certainly taught me ain't nobody can get one over me so easy. Now we're imperfect. People can get something over you, but 99% of the time I'm really thinking before I act. So when I'm investing my money, yep, vaccine. I ain't got no time to sit there and act like I'm a scientist and worry whether I'm going to take the vaccine or not. Don't have time to waste on that type of thinking because I know if my life depend on it, if they gave me something, it's like weigh my options. There's a virus out there. Okay, it may kill me now. They come up with something to help it. Okay, do I want to die now or do I want to take it? They put whatever in it to monitor me. Okay, they monitor us with our phones. Your phone, your cell phone that you use. It's like we don't think about it. We delete something, is it gone? Like we spend time, a lot of us spend time wasting thinking of a lot of things that is just wasting time and money. And they say time is money. So if you think a little bit, it's like some of the things that we discuss, it's like it's actually a waste of time. Instead of just saying, you know what, let me really, really think about what they're doing. What is this vaccine? How is this vaccine being made so fast? That's what we need to be doing most of the time. Now, if we do that, it'll make you probably be smart with your money and invest it. Because instead of thinking we're scientists, which we're not, let the scientists do their job and invest in it. There's so much crazy things happening around development. And what I mean by that is companies are developing vaccines. And there's analysts out there who knows that people are investing or wanting to invest. And their job is to confuse you. And there's many of them. One could say the price is going to go to $2. The other could say the price is going to go to $1. They're out there right now with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to go to $300,000. Some say Bitcoin going to go to 500. Some say 1,000, 100,000. That's all speculations. That's speculative speculations, man. I don't think about none of that. What do I think? And it's only my thoughts. You know what I think? I'm just rolling with the punches wherever Bitcoin goes. See, when I put in $1, I put in $10, put in 30, and I know that I waste money in the stores or used to, and I'm not wasting money like the way I used to. I'm riding with whatever investment is, whatever is out there that's new, just like the .com era. I'm with it. I'm with it. If I'm going to lose, take me with you. Bitcoin, take me with you. Wherever you go, down, up, take me with you. Stock market go up and down. Take me with you. I'm going. I wish I would have went in the .com era because I would have been here. So I'm rolling with the punches. I'm not listening to no skeptic. I'm not listening to where no price going. I'm not listening to none of that. I'm just listening to what's coming. It's a no-brainer. And I'm investing in it. It's no different than electric cars. It's like you're going to keep the same whole thing going forever. The world doesn't prove that it does. Everything dies. We die. Nothing ain't lasting forever. The blockchain technology not here yet. What do you think is going to happen 100 years from now? Money the dollar bill been around for 100 years. What do you think was going to happen? These things we need to think about. And I know I'm spending a lot of time talking, but I'm making sense, I think. Because when it comes to investing, we have to think about these things. And I can speak like this because I'm seeing it happen with my portfolio in Robinhood, in my Wells Fargo, in Stash, and the list go on and on. I'm everywhere. So I'm only speaking like this because you know what? It helps me to build up some watch hours, and it helps me to let people know what's actually going on. And there's some people more experienced than I am, but this is still our channel, and I'm on here saying what I know, and I'm also going to learn more and continue to share what I know. And I know Pierre is going to get better, and he's going to learn, and he's going to share what he know, and everyone that's in our group is going to get better, and you guys are going to see growth. You know, I don't be part of anything that I'm not going to grow. That's for sure. Even if I got to grow with just 3 people, 4 people, still growth. You know, 1 or 2 people can make a difference. You know, we know we can't help everyone, but we can certainly help ourselves. And we have a channel to try and help people. You know, we may lose some people, but it's part of life. That's how it is. So again, just jumping back into CNET right quick, and I'm getting past it a little bit because listen, this is an opportunity all over again, and I want nobody to miss it. You know, just take your time and do your research. Don't try to go into 100 million different stocks. Just go into the stocks that's making a difference right now and into the future. The world is going through an adoption process. Coronavirus is kind of here to teach us how to open up our mind, and those who listen will gain a lot, and those who continue to get confused with what everybody is saying, you're gonna miss the boat, or you're just gonna invest a little. You can't listen to just the news and what people are saying. You can't be part of a bandwagon. You know, you got to drive the bus. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to drive the bus. And everybody in this group, I want them to drive the bus. We can take turns. I might be sleepy. You know, Alan can drive. We might be both sleepy. Pierre can drive. And that's the way we're looking at it. Again, CNET, opportunity all over again. I'm no financial advisor, but I believe in CNET, and it's an opportunity all over again. Now there's many other stocks, but I'm just going over one right now. 280 just a couple of days ago. 280. I'm trying to find the one where it's $3. Either way, it's $3 and I think 18 cents or $3.15 today. I don't see it right here on here. So it's over $3 now. So again, even though it's over $3, don't get excited. You want it to come down so you can buy. You want to get in at a lower, you know. So being that it's at 3 something right now, I'm not really sweating it. I want it to come down. Now, does it always come down? No. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm going to say this. It was at 280, and today is Friday. It went to 320. And I think it's about maybe 310 right now, 3 something, 315. When Monday comes around, there's a great possibility, and this is just I'm speculating, it's a great possibility that it keeps going up. Now, even if it keeps going up, it will come down. But we don't know if we'll see this price again. We don't know if we'll see it under $3. But it's still a good buy. But I don't know if we'll see it on the $3. And I say that because the way that Bitcoin is performing right now, I don't really see it coming down under $3. I kind of believe Bitcoin is about to break out. Again, it's just my belief. I don't want to be, I'm not like those analysts that is telling you, oh, this is going to be this price. No, it's just a gut feeling. It's just a gut feeling based off of how I see Bitcoin performs and what it does before it takes off. So it's just a gut feeling from what I see from the charts of its performance. It's a gut feeling, and it's also how many institutions are starting to adapt it. So that's just, what I believe just by looking and making sense of it. Now, if the price goes down, that's the way the world is. There's tricks always to the trade. So I'm not positive it's going to do that, but based off of performance, I'm putting my money, do your own research. I'm putting my money on that. I'm leaving my money where it is. So again, do your own research, CNET, it's right there. And I can't emphasize it no more. Now, again, I believe in myself. I can't make you guys believe. But again, I do my own research and I get into my plays that I want to get into, and I believe in them. And 90% of the time, they're operating well for me, whether they do it now or later. And I have a lot of patience to see it happen. And it's happening because I see what's happening. I'll use Moderna, and I'm going to keep saying, I'm using Moderna as example. Moderna was at $180 something. Right now, it's probably like $130 something. I don't care. Ain't nobody can tell me no news that's going to scare me. I don't care. Moderna not going to die. I don't care. I don't care what they say. I don't care if the price go down to $1. I still don't care. If Moderna goes down to $70, $50, $30, still don't care. You know why? Because they got the recipe, and because we need COVID to go away. Well, it may not go away, but we need the vaccines. And I think that's the company that's the driving force. But again, I'm no financial advisor. I'm just speaking from what I believe, from the research that I've done. Now do your own. Do your own. That's it. I believe in what I believe in. Now you have to believe in what you believe in once you do your research. I'm pretty good at knowing how to win games. And I actually play life like it's a game. Game of life. Sports help me a lot. So just because I'm playing a game of life don't mean I don't take life serious. I take it serious. It's a serious game. When I'm playing basketball, I'm serious. I'm not playing around. I want to win. It's a game. Just like life, it can be fun. When you play games, you're playing games to have fun, to enjoy yourself. So I don't want to go through life being dead serious. I want to go through life having fun and being serious about having fun through my life. So I don't go into no basketball game thinking that this is going to be boring. I go in there thinking the game was created to enjoy yourself. We were created in life to enjoy life. Why should we be sad? Certain things that we do keeps us sad. And it's sad that we don't take time as people to actually say, you know what? Let me have fun in life, but be serious about it and learn exactly what the scientists know, what the government knows, what the bank knows, what the teacher knows, what the lawyer knows. We can learn a lot of those things, especially with the internet. And we can actually control our destiny a lot better than a lot of us do. So I'm glad for sports because it taught me a whole lot about me living. And there ain't nothing that I get in where I don't draw up a play. I watch enough football to see Belichick drawing up a play with Tom Brady. I watch enough. I don't even really like Tom Brady that much. But my gosh, I don't like him just because I don't like him. I don't like him because I'm a Peyton Manning fan and he beat him too many times. That's it. That's it. That's why I didn't like him that much. Is he a good person? Looks like it. But I ain't like him for beating Peyton Manning. But I didn't hate him. I don't hate nobody. I just didn't like him for beating Peyton Manning. Because I know Peyton Manning was drawing up things all the time. He was like a quarterback. He's a quarterback, but he's like, I don't like, he's a great quarterback to me. But they're all drawing up plays to win the game. So we got to draw plays to win life, the game of life. When you're investing, draw up your plays. And that's it. Anyway, Pierre, are you there? Or you fell asleep on me?
No, man. No, I'm here. I am here, man. I'm not falling asleep at all.
Listen, man, I ain't talked like this in a while, but you know what? They say things happen for a reason. And I just felt like something came over me to where I just needed to speak like that. You know, you
That's
don't
it.
yeah, don't ever question why we do certain things at certain time because that what I just did just now could probably make us a lot of money, you know, because
Hmm.
I'm seeing it happen for me, you know. And what I said, you know, if you guys are listening, you know, it works for me. It may not work for you, but I can share what's working for me. And it's working for me because if there's 10 people in this world and I see that it worked for Bill Gates, why am I not taking a page out of Bill Gates' book? Why am I trying to be like Bill Nelson when I could be like Bill Gates? So I pay attention to things like this. So when I'm coaching a basketball game and my coach used to win games, I'm not going to try to be like nobody who loses games. You know what? I look deep in it like my coach did. Hey, you gonna be a great young man outside of basketball. That's what I can remember when I played for my coach. He taught me life through basketball. So when I look at myself now, it's like I'm still trying to help people through sharing my knowledge that was given to me from listening to someone else. And in life, we spend time not really listening because somebody may be talking too much, and we get tired of listening because someone's talking. But sometimes I used to just sit there and listen, even if I wanted to leave. And when I listen, I realize, holy smokes, if I didn't listen to that, I would have never gained this. But if I ran away from the conversation, I realized that I'll be having that same conversation over and over and over and over. And I learned that parents keep talking when you're not listening. They keep repeating themselves when you're not really listening. Clean your room. I'll do it later. Clean your room. I'll do it later. Instead of cleaning the room already, you'll be done with it. Now the parent don't even have to say it again. You're probably even getting used to cleaning your room without your parents ever asking you to clean it. They will never have to say clean your room. You would just do it. Takes 3 weeks to form a good habit, or even a bad one if you wanted to. So a lot of us, if we listen, we would actually learn a lot, and it would save us a lot. Save us a lot of headaches. So Pierre, I'm glad that you're still here with me. You know, and Alan, if you're out there, you know,
Yeah, Alan's in the chat room.
hopefully
Yeah,
you're
he's
still
here.
huh?
Yeah, Alan's here waving. He's somewhere.
Oh, he's waving. All right. So I'm gonna jump into some stocks that and then I'll let you share. As a matter of fact, Pierre, why don't I let you share first, and then I'll jump into those stocks that Alan had asked me about, and then I'll kind of try to put them into the chat.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna go searching a little bit
All right.
here, but I'm just searching through my Robinhood real quick. I have some written down already, but I'm gonna search for some more to share.
Oh yeah. All right, man. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been listening a lot. I've been taking notes. Like I said, I'm a real believer. I've been doing my own research. I've been researching a lot, paying a lot of attention to what's going on in the market, and also the blockchain is really about to take off. Well, the one of my stock that I have the most stock is the CTRM, the Castle Maritime, and then I know you guys talk about this a lot. So actually, he was my average for I think when I got into it, I think it was 75 cents, 78 cents. Now I think now it's $1.03. So I can see it's going up. It's moving the way COVID is. I think when everything starts go back again, they're gonna ship a lot of stuff. I think Alan put that in there on the last call, and also CNET. CNET also it's a good stock that I really follow a lot too. I did a lot of research on it too, and then it's been good for me too. I think it was I can't remember how much was it. Well, yeah, 280. I think it's at 280 right now. So it's I got it was when it was 230 or 240 something like that, which is a good start. And also the Nano NNDM.
Mhm.
I got the NNDM, and then the one that really um, caught my attention this week is the zone, the ZOM, the ticket symbol ZOM.
Um,
Yeah, Zom.
Mm-hmm.
That one also. It's I think I get a plus 285 on this one. So it is it is it's been good for me this week because this week I'm on vacation, so I really a lot of research because we be going to places the whole week. But also I think one of my first stock that I started buying was the FTFT because after when I on my first week because I did a video call with you guys that Sunday. And then on my first week, I started looking stuff, buying stock. But thing is, I didn't have a strategy, so I was learning the stock. Like you said, I stopped watching the stock. I stopped. It seems like the stock are talking to me sometimes when I'm not doing anything, and then I'm focused on my phone, and then I can hear them talking to me. I don't know if that ever happened to you or. I guess it just start talking to me, man.
Yeah, it
So yeah,
it talks.
yeah, it's just yeah, that ever happened to you also? You can start talking to you?
Yeah, because
I
you
don't know,
want it to
man.
talk to you. You're watching it, so
Huh?
you're watching it, so it's talking to you. You're seeing what is happening.
Yeah, yeah. So and I get a lot. And then my last one, I think that one was on the. I think Alan told me about this. I think it was a penny stock on Ameritrade, SANP, Santo Mining.
Uh-huh.
I think now that stock is at 90 cents now, or 94 or 92 cents. So it is gonna grow. I think the way the everything's switching, the blockchain technology. So all of those stuff they're gonna grow in my opinion.
Yeah. Now, what's the ticker symbol on that one?
SANP. It's
Yep.
SNP. It's Center Mining.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I just wanted you to repeat it. So if anyone's listening, they hear it, so they can
Yeah.
go and
And
research
also
it.
I got a friend of mine. He joined. His name is Jose. Shout out to Jose. If you're still here, it's on the YouTube channel. It's my good friend from work.
Awesome. Awesome. Hopefully, I didn't bore him.
No, I think he's still here. He's a good listener.
That's good.
How you doing, guys? How you doing?
Welcome, Alan.
Oh, snap. Woo, Alan in the building. What's up, Alan?
I'm good. I'm good. I was listening up on the YouTube and I could not respond, so I said, "Let me call in. Let me get on the Zoom." I said, we getting some sermons on here tonight, right?
Yep,
You
Yeah,
taking us to
man.
church?
I did.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, it is. I was very powerful, man. And also, and then a lot of ideas from sports. Me too. I grew up playing sports. I love sports. I'm a diehard sports fan. And then I do a lot of my stuff to sports. So I do a lot of example of life, and I also apply it to sport because I always tell my wife and my kids, and also the main thing in sport is discipline.
Yeah,
If you know, so all the great teams that wins, they have a good discipline. Like you mentioned Belichick, they have a good system, a good discipline. They're very disciplined. The guys know what they're doing. Do your job, and then you get to life, man.
exactly.
Yep.
That's true. That's true. And you're gonna be a reflection based on the people you surround yourself with, man. So if you're surrounded by
Mhm.
people who's doing better, who want to do better, and constantly striving for financial freedom, you're gonna want to do better. So that's what's happening with you, Pierre, because you're surrounding
Yeah.
yourself with people who's trying to do better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I guess it was a blessing for you to move next to me, Alan. It seems like I've been
I
waiting for
know,
this for a
right?
long time.
Trust me, man, because Because sometimes you try to talk to people like, hey, you know, what's your future plans? And some people just brush it off. They live for today. But some people don't realize, man, you're gonna get old. I even see people older than me. They're spending money, living like crazy, but they don't think one day they're gonna be 70 years old, 80 years old, you know? So
Mhm.
it's true, man. And that's how I think. You know, I'm in my 30s, but I think, okay, how do I want to live when I'm in my 60s, my 70s? You know, do I want to struggle? You know, so the seeds you plant today are going to be the trees for tomorrow. So that's how we got to look at it, man.
Exactly. Yeah,
And
man.
that's what keeps me up at night, man. I'm trying to cut back, but I lately I've been drinking 4 cups of coffee a day, literally.
Mhm.
You know,
4
trying
cups
to
of
cut
coffee.
back, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 4 cups of coffee. I haven't drank this much coffee in my life. I just been having a lot to do, man. A lot to do. A lot to do.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to cut back though. That's why sometimes I miss some of the calls, but I said, let me get on this one, you know.
Mhm.
And for the listeners that don't know, I have 3 kids. So, you know, if you're a parent, you know, that takes a lot of a lot of patience, time, and
Oh
energy,
yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, balancing your family. Yeah, but again, that's another reason that, you know, I work hard and I strive for the best. So, you know, our families can have better, you know.
Mhm. Exactly. That's why we're all here, man.
Definitely.
I'm listening though, Alan. I'm writing in the meantime, so I can go over these stocks with you.
Yeah. I was gonna mention one too. Just so you won't forget, I was gonna type it in the YouTube chat, but I know we're not always paying attention to the chat. That's why I said let me call in.
Mhm.
Remember the one Ebon, right?
Uh-huh.
E is in Edward, B is in Bob, O is in Oscar, N is in Nancy. That one was, I believe I sent it to Pierre as well. That one was doing pretty good things today, you
Mhm.
know. And that one, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to misquote, but that one has to do with the blockchain technology too.
It does.
And
You don't have to
I gotta
misquote.
look it up.
You
I
don't have
got
to misquote, Alan. It does.
yeah. No, I don't
Oh
have
yeah. He did.
yeah.
Wow.
No, it's
I think I missed that one. Wow.
yeah. That yeah. I think I sent it to you, Pierre, if I'm not mistaken. If I forgot to
You know
send
what?
it to you,
You
I
know
do
what? I
apologize.
take
But
nah, cause I get all my notes here. You know what I thought? I think it was you know what? Yes, you did. I think I confused that one with the IBIO one, but which is a really good start
I
too. The IB, but yeah, you did mention Iban. You did
yeah,
mention
IBIO.
yeah, but
That one.
but
And also another
yeah,
stock that just went public is Roblox.
yeah, Roblox. Yeah, I saw it too.
No. Yeah,
The thing is, I
yeah.
yeah,
And
he was
Kathy Wood invested.
he was
No,
good.
go
Yeah,
ahead,
but
Pierre.
that one was yeah the Roblox because you know I'm kind of I think it started at 45. It went up from 45 to 65. Yeah, Roblox. Yep.
No, what happened with Roblox is they announced that it would open at what they
At
call
45.
IPO at $45. But I put it
Mm-hmm.
correct, but it didn't open at 45. It opened up like, if I'm not mistaken, it opened up around 55 because I put alert on it because when they IPO, you don't know when they're gonna go live. They can go live first thing in the morning or
Mm-hmm.
midday or later before market close. You don't know. So the day before they went live, I put alert on my TD Ameritrade to alert me when they go live. But I'm not buying
Mhm.
Roblox yet until it dips. I want to buy it on the dip. When people start selling, I'll start buying.
Mhm.
So I'm waiting for people to start selling so I can buy some more on the dip. But I did buy some I did buy some EBON, the EBON. I bought some another one I know Savan was gonna mention IQST. Okay. IQST. I didn't want to get them confused with EBON. I believe, was it EBON or IQST? One of them have a patented uh, blockchain technology that they're going to do an invite only conference. I have my Bluetooth on. I don't have the phone in front of me, but that stock there is going to do big things. I got to look up and see which one it is. But IQST, INTV as in Victor, and EBON. I bought those 3 stocks today.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good. When you type in blockchain in your Robinhood account, for those who have it, you will see EBON. You'll see they're definitely there. You'll see the 9. So there's quite a few companies that are doing well, and some that hasn't started doing well yet, and EBON is one of them, and they just started today. So that's why it's good to have patience, because you don't know when any one of these companies are going to take off, and they're all good companies because they're being advertised. They just flying off the radar right now, because remember, we're not spending in cryptocurrencies just yet. So there's mass adoption going on. Some cryptocurrencies are going to go away, but it has nothing to do with CNET. It has nothing to do with Mara. It has nothing to do with EBON. As long as cryptocurrencies are around, it doesn't matter which ones is going to be good later. If it's not good today and it's not good later, doesn't matter to EBON. So it's a great investment. Do your own research, that if you're holding these companies that has to do with the blockchain technology, that you have a great opportunity to rise with them. It's almost a no-brainer. Now remember, if you have 10 companies that's part of blockchain, just give it a number, because there's lots of companies. If you have 10 companies that's part of blockchain and you invested in all 10, as I mentioned before, 200 shares in each, even if you did 5, just imagine putting 200 shares in each of them at a small investment. So, listen, all of them may not be great. What if 1 or 2 of them did not make it? You were invested in 8 others, 7 or 8 others. If 2 or 3 of them did not make it, if all of them make it, great. But is everybody always going to make it? No. But you got to be in it to win it. When all these basketball teams, when all the NBA teams are playing, not all of them make it, but they're in the game. But not all of them make it. So you got to be in the game. Yeah. Hello?
Definitely.
Yeah. So EBON, all of that's companies
Yes.
that you're mentioning, man, they all have a chance. You just gotta do your own research and get involved. They're all gonna come out with news. Because I already did my research and know, hey, news is coming. It's either good news or bad news, but news is coming. You're gonna make money either way.
Definitely.
You know. You want me to go?
You notice BLSP, they resumed it randomly.
They resumed it now? Huh? You said they resumed it?
Yes, I
The
was
ticker
watching
symbol,
it this morning and I
BLSB?
saw it start to move.
Say that
Correct.
again? I can't hear it.
No,
There's
B
noise
is
background.
in Bob, L is in Larry.
No, what are you saying about
Can
them?
you hear me?
They started moving?
They resumed. Yes, they resumed.
Okay. Today is what, the 12th? Yeah. They resumed today?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. I didn't even look in TD Ameritrade because I only have them in TD Ameritrade. You know what? I'm lying. I have them in Wells Fargo too. I ain't looking neither accounts today. Yeah. So I didn't realize that they started moving again.
Definitely.
All right, so you want me to go over some of the
Yeah,
stocks right
I
now?
pay attention to my accounts.
Yeah, sometimes I skip
Sure.
certain accounts. I don't even want to look at them. Sometimes I look often enough, but today I was just like, Then I was too busy. Mhm.
Understood.
Yeah, so I'm going to see if I can write in this chat as I speak. Give me a second. I'm gonna put in some of the ticker symbols of the stocks that you could research, Alan, and for anybody out there, you can research it as well. Guys, even though we're talking about stocks quite often, lately, we are a financial literacy program. And even though we're talking stocks, it is still education. We are definitely sharing how we're investing, and also we're using our brain to invest, not just throwing money out there, but we're actually thinking, because doing research, it takes thinking. So we are actually using our brain, by giving us the information that we need to invest. So it is financial literacy, literacy in general. We just need to learn. We always need to learn. I may go into a game knowing, man, I'm gonna beat this team. I played them so many times before, and I'm like, I'm gonna beat them. But always keep in mind, no matter how many times you beat a team, you have to always be prepared so they don't beat you. And guess what? Even when you're prepared so they don't beat you, they still can beat you. So now when they beat you, they may rise to the top, knock you off. So it's education. Got to educate yourself. Always somebody's coming for you. No matter how many times you win, you got to stay ahead of the game. Got to always learn. So we're talking stocks. It's part of learning. It's investing. It can even involve your family, because when we're investing, we're talking about why we're investing, and most of the times because we're trying to make sure our family is okay. So we're gaining a lot from, from this group by talking about stocks. Especially with what happened with the coronavirus, more people want to start listening and investing, because coronavirus, kind of made a lot of people realize that, man, when something happened, I could be down and out if I don't prepare myself. So a lot more people is opening their eyes to this. So it gives me a good opportunity to come on the YouTube and use our financial literacy teaching program, to educate people. And we got Mr. Allen, Mr. Genius, teacher. And we got Pierre, still learning about Pierre. I got to learn what Pierre does well. Pierre, he's a little, he don't tell us what he do well yet.
I'm still learning, man.
Yeah, you're still learning. I still need to know what you do well. So I can be like, oh, that's what Pierre do. Outside of your job, I'm trying to see what that you do well. Yeah, I'll figure it out. It's like that basketball team. Yeah, I gotta figure out everyone.
That's right. Right now, I'm trying the triangle offense right now.
Triangle offense. Triangle offense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pierre. You know what Pierre does?
What he does? What does he do?
Pierre's a diehard fan. That's what he does.
Oh, Lord. So you're a Laker fan?
Pierre's
No,
Jets
man.
could lose 50 times.
Listen, I'm a
Jets
crazy
fan.
Jets fan, and I'm a Knicks fan. Yeah, man.
Oh Lord. All right, Pierre.
Jets could lose 50 times, and I'll see him outside wearing his Jets jersey.
You see, at least we got something in common. We both hate Tom Brady. I mean, not like you say, hey, we don't like Tom Brady. Oh man.
All right.
Yo, that dude used to kill my Jets every single year, man. Boy.
Yeah, man. Tom Brady, and he went and win again. Went to a new team and
win.
He just threw that in my face this year, man.
It is, I know, on purpose.
Yeah, man. I'm like sitting there and I'm like, yo,
I know.
Mahomes, let's go, Mahomes boy.
Listen. I as soon as I see him went to the final, yeah, that's it. I said, Patrick Mahomes cannot be Brady in the Super Bowl. No way.
Man, that was crazy.
Yep.
Like I couldn't believe that this dude was gonna win again.
He has a good IQ of the game.
I know, man. Yep, he does.
Man, he does. So did Peyton Manning. Lord.
Well, he got his too.
So, Alan, you looking in the group? I'm putting some stocks in there.
I didn't look yet because I'm actually working and talking. I'm actually fixing up my garage.
Oh, you're the one.
Alan, what are you doing,
I have
Alan?
my Bluetooth headphones on.
So you're the one.
Oh, Alan doing making noise. I thought it was you, Savon.
Yeah, I think I'm making too much noise.
Yeah, that was you. I was like, who's making all that noise?
I think that's me. I need to mute my phone. Hey, it's Pierre's baby. Just blame it on the baby, man.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Hey, Peter, I thought it was you, man.
No, the little one come to the room. I mute my phone when she come here crying.
I thought
so now I'm gonna go out walking with her.
Yeah, I thought it was you because baby was playing piano before.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Alan, I put 3 in the group chat.
Yeah, I have some remodeling going on. That's all.
Mm,
I see it. But Savannah, what that mean when you say 23 to 42? What does that mean?
all right.
Because you
So
know, I don't.
MATW is a company that
Mm-hmm.
I had in my portfolio for, a while now. So what I did was I bought them
Okay.
at $23, and
Okay.
$42 today. So I was talking to
Oh,
Alan.
to now. Okay, the two is now.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
I was talking to Alan, letting him know, like when we're doing our research, we need to research what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So these stocks that I'm putting here,
Yeah.
it's what's happening, and it's not just blockchain. Blockchain is happening, but there's other sectors that's happening as well. So if I wanted to Google fintech, I did that. If I wanted to Google blockchain, I did that. If I wanted to Google electric, I did that. If I wanted to Google banks, I did that. You get what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, all companies should benefit from the new technology. So if they're not part of it now, they're most likely going to adopt to it. So you may jump on the new companies that's coming to be right now, like the Marathon Patent and the Canon and those type of companies, but you can't forget about Square. You can't forget about PayPal, who has been around, because if they don't adapt to what's going on, their company can go away, and they don't want to go away. They're heavily invested as well. Now, if the company that's not yet invested, you have to also pay attention to the news coming, or even before the news come, which is something that I do, is I may invest in a Ford, which is Ford, our company. I may invest in Ford, which nobody's thinking about Ford. Why? They're thinking about Tesla. They're thinking about CCIV, that's in the news. They're thinking about, what's the other one? Oh, Neil. They're thinking about those because it's more in the news. It's becoming popular. But what about Ford? People know Ford, but do they know what Ford is actually doing? So you might want to invest in Ford. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying that. Do your own research, but I'm using Ford as an example. There's companies out there that nobody's thinking about who's going to have to adopt, if I make sense.
Well, Ford's been on my radar for the past few weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, there you go.
So I know Ford is trying to pivot to all electric. So
Mm-hmm. And what's your thoughts on GE? What's you guys' thoughts on GE?
I haven't read too much on GE, but I know GE from I know GE is getting ready to make some big moves. So I haven't read too much, but I read clips here and there.
Okay. Well, GE has been around forever, and it seems to me like nobody can get rid of GE. It seems to me like GE is part of everything, and I can't see GE not adapting to what's going on. And right now, GE is $12.64. GE's been low for a while, but GE is like how can I? They're like the gold. They're like gold of the stock market, man. GE and at $12. $12, man. You know, so I mean, do your own research, but ain't nothing happening much with GE right now. But GE has always had a good plan of how to execute. I mean, they always execute a good plan. You know, they've made mistakes and corrected their own mistakes. So, you know, research GE. Is there some other plays that's going to be a lot more profitable than GE? Yeah, but you can't overlook GE. You know, you can't overlook a lot of companies that got great upside. And, you know, GE probably back to the drawing table and is going.
Let's not forget about Humble, which is
which is going to keep us all humble. That was a joke.
well, Humble is a new payment platform.
Oh, God. Yep. So yeah, I know you
It's gonna
know.
help you make money.
Huh? Yeah, I know you know about MVIS already. So that's another one I was holding for a while, from $3 to $17. MVIS.
Yes.
Yep. And then there's FUV.
Yeah. Yeah. When you told me about it, I think it was like when you told me about NVIS, that was several weeks before a lot of people were talking about it, probably even a month. And I think you told me about it when it was like 75 cents. Now it's like $17 and change. They're going to be big in the auto industries, specifically other industries as well. But I was reading up some stuff on them. They do the heads up display. So now you're going to have a projection, say, in your vehicle that not only that shows up in your vehicle, you could actually interact with it. You know, so MVIS, they're going to be doing some big things.
Yep. So yeah, that's why we have this group, you know, to where we can do our research and share, and you guys do your research as well. No matter what we share with each other, you know, we are not financial advisors. So what we do is we research the stocks ourselves, and we don't really count on what was told to us, because we have to count on ourselves. Don't let me take the shot for you. You gotta take the shot for yourself. You know, so we're just sharing what we get into, and then you guys take the information and research and get into what you get into. You know, I got into airlines. I got out of airlines. You know, I got into a couple plays and I got out of a couple plays. You know, I took the time to fix up my portfolio. My portfolio wasn't always a winner. You know, it wasn't batting. It might have been batting 200, like baseball, like real baseball. 200 is winning in baseball. That's a 250, that's a good average. You know, at first, I came right out batting well. You know, when I bought Nintendo, I was batting in the 90s. You know, in other words, I was batting 1,000, 900. And then I started getting some PPE stocks. Hold on, guys. Oh, the phone hung up. Hello? Hold on, guys, sorry. Give me a second. Hello? I'll call you on the YouTube. All right. Yeah, hello? Guys? Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. Yeah, see, I'm very
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
How about the cruise line? The cruise line, the Royal Caribbean and Carnival. Because I've been trying to look into it. I don't know with the COVID, because I think they were saying that they're gonna restore the cruise line in for the summer. So I don't know how much was the stuff before all that stuff happened. That Carnival Cruise Line and Royal Caribbean.
All right. You see, we have so much we can teach on this channel because that's why we have a group. Because you mentioning that, man, I've been part of this thing a short time, only a year, and I learned so much. And sometimes you don't even think about what you've learned unless it was brought up. So basically, I'm gonna share something with you guys that I'm not sure if you guys know. Maybe you do. Alan, maybe since Pierre is new, maybe you know about this, Alan. Maybe you know. But I'm gonna go into Robinhood and kind of like do a search for you, Pierre, so I'll give you an idea. So what did you say now? The cruise line?
Yeah,
Which one?
like Royal Caribbean and Carnival Cruise Line.
All right, so let me look at.
Because I because I know last year FedEx, so they had I had a Royal Caribbean on my route. What I was to do. Well, that place, that warehouse should be packed. I mean, trailers coming, trailers after trailers was coming over there, and now that place is like a ghost town. The warehouse is empty. Nobody's work. They lay off almost everybody, or they send them home. I was like, man, that company took a big hit. I know they took a big hit because from all the package that I should deliver, and to having like 80 packages a day, 90 a day, into like 1 or 2, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. So looking into Carnival.
But I think with those type of things,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Alan. I'll wait for you.
There we go.
Alan, go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to tell Pierre real quick that those are called COVID reopening plays.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the cruises are going to come back hard pretty soon.
All right. I'm gonna give Alan. I'm gonna give Pierre an example right now. All right. So you mentioned Carnival, correct?
Yeah, Carnival and Royal Caribbean.
All right. So we're gonna look at Carnival. So Carnival, right now it says the low $27, the high 29. So it went to $29. But if you look at the history, and you hold it down in Robinhood and you say you go back to January 19th. Oh, hold on, let me find that high. So January 25th, 2018, it was 71. So that's before COVID. So the high at that time was $71. So where is it at now? Is at $28. So what do you think that stock's gonna do when things get back?
Yeah, go back up the same way it was.
Here's the thing. It may not go back up to where it was. It may blow through the water over excitement.
Oh, okay.
It may blow through the water, but that's a long-term hold because it may blow through the water right away. But imagine if it blows through the water right away, you still got upside, within the next year to two. So even if you make a good amount of money over the next couple in this year, by the end of this year, or let's say summer to the end of this year, let's say this thing flies because people are excited, or into next year, there's really no time that you could put on it, but this is a great upside based off of the history of the stock, based off of what's going on. This is good research right here to invest in Carnival Cruise Line.
Okay.
So outside of just the blockchain technology, yes, we have to think of other sectors too, where I do believe this stock is going to blow through the water. And not just reach its old high of 71. I think it'll blow through that.
Like I said, Royal Caribbean is still high though.
Huh?
Royal Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it shows $90 right now.
Yeah, I let them go when they were $75.
Okay.
I'm looking at it now. Yeah, they're $90. So yeah, I let them go when they were 75. So that means, all right, okay, I'm not even gonna look at the numbers right now. And I'm gonna say, this is the type of research that I do. I'm gonna say Royal Caribbean is $90 right now. And let's see where it was. The low is 87. But because of the history that I have with this stock, they don't show the lower low where it was low at its lowest. They're not showing that. They're just showing the 52-week. So sometimes you have to think where that stock's coming from. I had it when it was very low, and it went from very low to 75, and now it's at 90. Are we fully back? No. So what do you think this stock's going to do? It's going to more than blow.
Yep.
Now, again, the low here is $87. That's not the low. For anyone that's looking at recent, they would think that the lowest this stock went was $87. But no, it's not. We have to look beyond, the years. It gives you the 5-year, trajectory. So you have to go back and look. Yep, it was $133 in 2020, January 2020, before the pandemic. It was $133 per share. Yep. So still got about a $40 upside, and it'll probably blow through that.
Yep. Good.
Yeah, man. Anything else?
Oh, that's good. I was kind of go to it to see. Yeah, because I know the crew's gonna be open back again. That's why I was thinking about it.
Okay, one to look at is AMC. You know, AMC was trading at $32. You know, December 2016. 2018, $20. 2019. All right, 2020. 2019. AMC they weren't trading too high. They traded at $33, $34 in 2016. You know, so with everything, this is a way you can do your own analysis without counting on others to and analyze things for you. You analyze things for yourself. If it was trading at $35 in 2016, November 2016, $35 AMC. When you look at the new blockchain technology and you tie it in right now, and you tie in the fact that they have to make adjustments with the new, out with the old, in with the new, that $35 back in 2016, I might beat that, but that's only if they change. So that's what you need to look for. The news of AMC, which Alan does a very good job of, paying attention to what's happening and getting the news of the adoption to cryptocurrency or the adoption to online. Online. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Capitalizing on the internet. What are they going to do? If they do something, they're going to blow through the water of this $35 per share in 2021, 2022, whenever they decide to adapt to the new technology or whatever they can adopt to, that's going to change their company. So you see, you don't have to count on anybody's analytics. You could do it yourself. You see what I'm saying, guys?
I heard you.
Yep. Alan, you there?
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, you really can analyze things yourself. You don't have to count on nobody's analytics. It's right there. The same
Yes,
thing.
I'm here. I'm listening.
No, but you get what I'm saying, right? You don't have to count on nobody's analytics. You could analyze the stocks for yourself. You know what I mean? Let's use Disney for instance.
Sometimes you'll read an article with 5 paragraphs and you just got to read through the fluff and get to the point.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's use Disney. I'm looking at Disney right now. It's $197. And it said Disney's high 203. Okay, well, me who have history with Disney from the kids playing basketball at Disney, guess what? I know Disney was at $500 a share. And right here they have it, history 203. That's recently. We talk about Disney when there was no COVID, it was $500-600 a share. We're nowhere near that right now. So where you think Disney's gonna go? It's $197 now. Disney, they gonna be the first one to adapt to the new system, to the new financial system. They're gonna be the first one to capitalize on the blockchain technology. They're doing it already. They're doing it already. So even Disney, so while people are investing in Tesla, Disney, Google, do your own research. Disney. Yep, Disney. Disney's like Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airline ain't going nowhere. Disney ain't going nowhere.
Yep. Especially last year, they came up with the Disney Plus. I think it was 2 years ago, and I think they're second here with Disney Plus, and a lot of people really like Disney Plus.
Mhm.
So yep, so they're going bigger right now because I say they do some stuff with Disney Plus. Like you say, yeah, you're right. They're gonna go go to the roof again. Yep.
Yep, and it was $500, 500 and something dollars a share. So, man, listen, they ain't nowhere yet. They right at 200, 197. And last time I checked, ain't no heap of people flying to Disney to go do nothing. Yep. Got to change with the times, and these type of companies, they're changing. They're changing. Don't let no analyst fool you. Know your companies. Don't rely on anybody's analytics. Nobody can take your shot for you. You take your shot. Do your own research and take your shot. We have this channel so we can educate ourselves as well as those who want to listen and do their own research. If I'm a teacher and I'm teaching you, go home and do your homework. When Alan tells me something, I do my homework. Let me find out what Alan is saying. Pierre, same thing. Let me find out what Pierre is saying. That's it. If Pierre tell me to jump off a bridge, man, I'm gonna look to see if there's some water down there.
Yeah.
I go jump off that bridge. Next thing you know, I jump on a road. Because Pierre told me to go jump.
That's true. You basically got to pay attention. You basically got to pay attention to people no matter what age. Just like my daughter,
Yep.
my oldest daughter, she's 9 years old. She's soon to be 10. She's addicted to Roblox. I mean, these kids, it's like a lifestyle for them, you know? So that stock, I believe, when Roblox implements blockchain, because I was reading more into the game, it allows other users to create other games which other kids can play. And they can actually sell it for what you call Robux, and they can convert that Robux into real US currency. So imagine what's going to happen with this stock once they implement blockchain and Bitcoin tech and fintech and all that stuff within the game.
Yeah.
And how about if someone creates like a one in a kind game that's very popular? Guess what? They could sell it through an NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I believe Roblox is going to be a very profitable stock.
Now, those are the food for thoughts that, in other words, what you just said, that's what you need to believe in, and it is what you believe in. And that's it. That's all it takes. You'd be surprised how you're going to benefit off of your belief. Nobody else's, because you're doing your research. And you're confident. It's just like taking your own shot to save your life. You don't want nobody, you don't want Steph Curry doing that. Even though he's a great shooter, you want to shoot that shot. It's your life. So when you believe in what you're investing in, nobody can tell you no different. So why should we listen to these analysts trying to tell us a whole bunch of stuff to control our spending? And analysts ain't spending for us. Even a financial advisor, which we're not, even a financial advisor, he's looking out, he or she is looking out for themselves when they are investing your money. So who is best to invest their money if they take the time to do so? You are. You are. If I got to pay my how can I say it? If I got to pay bills to someone else, why can't pay it to myself? Think about that. Pay my bills to me. Like, give me my money, pay it back to myself. I put $20, if I put $100 into whatever bill, the next thing I know, I put it in, I send it to an account, and I go look in my bank and it's my account. Oh, smokes, I just sent myself $100 instead of giving it to somebody else. We can own things. We can literally own things. We can own a lot. Some of the things that we paying other people, and yeah, we have to do that. We have to support each other. But sometimes we're over supporting. Listen, there's a lot happening out there. And who best than yourself to know what's happening and put your money in it? Because if you give it to me to put it somewhere for you because you trust me, because I've done well in investing, who to say I'm going to give you the same opportunities that I'm getting? I may just take you for a ride just to make more money on top of the money I got and tell you this is what I made for you. You know, so I trust my money with me. Now, some people need to trust somebody else because they don't want to take the time to trust themselves. So you need somebody else's expertise. And there's a job for everyone. You can't do it all. You know, you could certainly hire somebody to do that job, hire somebody to do that job because you don't do it well. And that's fine. But always remember, what you can accomplish by yourself will save you a lot of money. I don't like to do mechanic work, and I don't know much about fixing cars. But if I wrap my mind around learning, I would actually take care of my car. But instead, I got to be running around, breaking down in front of Alan and Pierre's house. Sorry, I had to put that out there. Oh gosh. You hear that one, Alan? Alan, you heard me?
I'm gonna get you a AAA membership.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think we're gonna
Yes, can you hear me?
Man, the funny thing is, I know, right? It's funny, but the funny thing is, I went to school and I started, learning how to become a mechanic, and I just threw it to the wayside. I don't remember nothing about being a mechanic now. I was about 17 when I was taking that class. They offered it in high school, and I took it. Yep. Only thing I remember is to change my oil now. That's it. Oh, you know what? Let me stop lying. I do remember some stuff, but it's almost like I just say, you know what? We're living too fast of a life right now. I don't have no time to do that. What? And they started making the cars more difficult to get through. I'm like, hey, no.
I know. Yep. Some new version to change the oil. You gotta unscrew the whole top just to get to the filter. I mean, it's crazy now the way it is.
Yep. Because I remember I did all of that when I was in New York, changing my own oil. Like, man, I'm gonna have to spend another dime to go take my car for no oil change. I got this. Man, when I got the new Honda and they started making it more difficult, I was like, okay, gotta bring it to the dealership or I gotta bring it to the mechanic somewhere. That's when I started saying, I ain't fixing nothing. I wasn't doing it myself. Yep. Well, time for us to take off, I think. We've been on for umpteen years.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for helping me to build up some watch hours. Appreciate it. When we are millionaires, we'll remember this time.
Oh yes. Can't wait.
Hey,
Just like my
Definitely,
Jets. You
I'm on
know,
my way.
I
I'm
can't.
on my way.
I can't wait for my Jets to win the Super Bowl. You know.
I know you're gonna have to buy them. That's when they'll win. You're gonna have to buy them.
No.
You're gonna have to
Maybe play for them.
no, you gotta buy them. And you have to wait for Tom Brady's son to come
Oh boy.
to come in the draft.
You see that? Tom Brady signed a 4-year extension. That's crazy, man. 4 years? Oh boy.
He's gonna play till he's 50, man.
They give this dude a 4-year contract. Oh my god. I was like, you know what? That Tom Brady era is not gonna go away. You know? I thought Brady left my division and he's gonna go away. This guy's still around. I don't know.
He won't go away, huh? He's just a pain in the butt.
He's a pain man, but he won't go away, man.
Wow, he's gonna play till he's an old man.
Oh my god. 4-year contract?
Yeah.
Oh that come on. Yeah. It is what it is, man.
I guess me and you can go sign up.
And I can play receiver for the Bucks, you know?
Yep. Yeah, well, I'm about to get off, guys.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow we got I got a beach day tomorrow.
You going to the beach?
Yeah, we're gonna drive up to
All right.
Rivera Beach.
Oh, Rivera Beach. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, see you guys Sunday. Enjoy Rivera Beach.
all right, Sunday. What was that? 8:30 on the dot.
Yes, 8:30 on the dot, and I guess we'll try our best to end at 9:30 so we can go into Monday on a bull run. He's laughing.
All right, man.
We're gonna go into Monday on a bull run, right, Pierre?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Right, Alan?
Oh yeah.
Hey, Alan, I'm gonna send you those stocks that I have. I mean,
Yes,
lot.
sir. You know it.
Yeah, and I put 3 of them in the chat already. But I still have them here. I'll send them to you again. But in case you wanted to, if you got some time and you wanted to look them up tonight, you know, MVIS, you already know.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, fellas. No problem.
All right, have yourself a good night, and thank
All right,
you.
man.
Yeah, I think my coffee's still in my system, so you might as well send them to me.
Might as
Have
well
a good
what?
night.
You say I might as well what?
No, his coffee system is still on.
Oh, so know what he said?
You might as well send them to me.
Oh. Okay, there's 2 there already. All right, I'll see what I could send to you.
Yeah, you probably can hear me better now. I had this Bluetooth.
All right. All right, fellas.
Yeah,
Have a
I'll
good night.
see you guys soon.
All right, have a good night. Have a good night. Enjoy the beach.
All right, man. Thanks.
All right, yep, enjoy the beach.
All right, man.
Yes.
All right, fellas. All right.
Take care.